The brown house felt different after the chaos of episode 7, heavier, as if the air itself was on hold. Aspyn sat on her bed with her hoodie pulled tight, her phone buzzing in her hand like a ticking bomb. Her fingers shook as she scrolled, pretending everything was chill, but her eyes screamed otherwise. She thought she could keep it hidden, but some secrets just don't play fair. One secret, and the whole Brown family could crash before the night is over. Downstairs, Mary and Christine were casually sipping coffee, acting all calm, but their eyes kept drifting toward Aspyn's room. They could feel it, the vibes were off. Mary leaned in and whispered to Christine, "Something shady with Aspyn, girl, she's acting as hell." Christine just smirked, knowing that when the tea smelled hot, it was about to spill. Aspyn tried to brush it off, texting someone quickly, but a notification flashed across the screen, stopping her cold. Mary, noticing the little glow, walked closer in, peering over her shoulder. Text revealed more than a secret, it was proof of it. Aspyn's face went pale. Secrets don't stay buried in the brown house. They claw their way out. Christine stepped in, trying to act casual, but her curiosity was lit. "Yo, spill it, girl. We're all friends, right?" Aspyn's lips parted, then closed, then she laughed nervously. Big-time fake laugh. Mary's eyes narrowed, not buying it for a second. "Girl, don't even try it," she said. A paper slipped off the table, fluttering beneath a magazine. Mary snatched it up like it was a Hawk String Rider hospital paperwork, with a number of dates and some scrawled notes indicating that something huge could be happening. Aspyn tried to snatch it back, but Mary was faster. Christine leaned over, eyes wide. Just from the first glance, it was clear Aspyn had been hiding a pregnancy, and maybe more than that. Sometimes the smallest slip is the biggest explosion just waiting to happen. Aspyn's hands shook, voice cracking. I didn't want to hurt anyone." Mary stepped closer, her voice low but firm. "This isn't just about you, girl. This affects all of us. You gotta tell us the truth." Christine nodded, adding, "Secrets in this house? They don't stay hidden. Spill it now before it blows up." The camera focused on Aspyn's quivering hands, the crumpled paperwork, her eyes darting between the two women, revealing her inner conflict. Every second felt like hours. She knew the repercussions of it all could destroy everything: trust, family, even Kody. Outside, a dog barked, the wind rattled the windows, and suddenly the house felt as if it closed in. One secret, one revelation, and the entire Brown family could crumble before the night is over. Aspyn's voice barely above a whisper. "They don't know, they have no idea." Footsteps could be heard from downstairs. Someone was coming, and just like that, the storm was about to ignite. The morning after episode 7, the brown house was buzzing, but not in a good way. The phones were blowing up, coffee cups clinked, and tension was high in every nook. Aspyn floated around like a ghost, her hoodie up, earbuds in, acting like everything was cool, but her eyes gave her away she was stressed as all hell. She had tried deleting texts earlier, expertly swiping through her phone until one notification came up and froze her. It wasn't just a ping, it was proof of the secret she'd been hiding. Secrets don't stay hidden in the brown house. They claw their way out. Downstairs, Mary and Christine sipped coffee while acting casual, but their eyes kept darting toward Aspyn's room. Mary nudged Christine and whispered, "Girl, something's up with Aspyn." "She's acting as hell." Christine smirked, knowing when the tea smelled hot, it was about to spill. Aspyn slipped into the kitchen, acting casual, but her phone buzzed again. She froze. Mary spotted it, just one peek at that bright notification, and her detective mode kicked in. She casually leaned over. Her eyes went wide. No freaking way. One secret, and the whole Brown family could crash before the night is over. Aspyn slammed the phone down, forcing a fake smile. Christine noticed and asked, "Yo, you good?" Aspyn nodded, but her hands shook. Big time nervous. The kind of shaking that screams I'm hiding something major. Mary isn't one to let drama slide, and she pulled Aspyn aside. "Aspyn, what's going on?" Her voice was calm, but her eyes were as sharp as knives. Aspyn's mouth opened, then closed, then she laughed nervously. "Nah, nothing, just tired," she stammered. A bold retention line. When you lie to the Brown family, the truth bites back harder than a Texas heat wave. Christine jumped in, trying to lighten the tension, but her curiosity was lit. "Come on, girl, spill it. We're all friends here, right?" Aspyn's shoulders slumped. She knew the walls were closing in. Suddenly, a sound from the living room, a paper sliding across the table, caught everyone's attention. Mary grabbed it like a hawk. A small stack of hospital paperwork, partially hidden under a magazine. Her eyes widened. The dates, the scribbles, it all pointed to something big. The smallest slip is often the biggest explosion waiting to happen. Aspyn tried to grab it back, but Mary was quick. Christine leaned in. Just one glance told them the truth. Aspyn had been concealing a pregnancy. And possibly not just any pregnancy. The documents suggested questions of paternity that could shake the family to its core. Aspyn's face went pale. I can explain." Her voice was cracking. Mary stepped closer to Aspyn, her voice low but the tone cutting. "Aspyn, this isn't just about you. This affects all of us. You gotta tell the truth." Christine nodded. "Secrets in this house? They don't stay hidden. Fill it now before it explodes." Bold retention line. One slip, one secret, and suddenly everyone's world tilts off its axis. The camera zoomed in on Aspyn's shaking hands, the crumpled paperwork, her conflicted eyes darting between the two women. Tension stretched thick, heavy, almost visible. She knew the fallout could ruin everything: trust, family, even Kody. A dog barked outside, a door slammed, the quiet hum of the house shattered. Every step, every glance, every word magnified. Aspyn knew if she didn't spill the full truth now, the fallout would be catastrophic. Bold retention line. When Brown family secrets surface, there's no turning back, only fallout. Aspyn whispered, barely audible. "They don't know. They have no idea." Footfalls came from downstairs. Somebody was coming. The storm was ready to hit. Kody's phone buzzed, and just like that, the vibe in the house changed. It felt off. He looked at the screen, frowning, and the tension in the air translated through his eyes. Walking into the living room, he found Aspyn sitting stiffly with her hoodie tight and Mary and Christine standing close, eyes sharp as if they could cut glass. "Yo, what's going on?" Kody tried to sound chill, but the unease slipped through his voice. Aspyn dodged his gaze, fidgeting with her hoodie strings, acting casual. When Brown family secrets hit the surface, even the strongest bonds start cracking. Mary leaned against the counter, calm but deadly serious. "Kody, you might want to sit down. This is serious." Christine folded her arms, that piercing look of hers fixed on him, the kind that says, "We know more than you think." Aspyn said finally, her voice shaking. I didn't want you to find out this way, but there's so much that you don't know." Words tumbled out, raw and messy. Kody ran a hand through his hair, pacing. He wasn't mad yet, but confusion and worry wrestled on his face. "Aspyn, what are you talking about?" One revelation can turn even the calmest of hearts into storms. Mary didn't beat around the bush. "Girl's hiding a pregnancy, Kody. And it's not just that. There's DNA stuff. Questions." Her tone was steady, but her eyes spoke volumes about her frustration. Kody ceased his pacing, his eyes flicking between Aspyn and the two women. "DNA? What do you mean?" Christine jumped in, her voice rising slightly. "It means, Kody, someone might not be who we think they are. Or maybe there's more family ties than anyone realized. When doubts creep into the Brown family, trust becomes a fragile luxury." Kody leaned against the counter, exhaling slowly. His mind was racing through every family moment, every hint that he could have missed. "Aspyn, why didn't you tell me sooner?" His voice was low and laced with hurt. Aspyn swallowed hard, tears brimming. I wanted to, but I was scared, okay? I didn't want to break anything or hurt anyone. Mary stepped closer, hand on her hip, not letting him off the hook. Kody, this isn't just about Aspyn. This could shake the whole family. We can't ignore it. One secret, one fear, and suddenly everyone's reality starts slipping. Kody ran both hands over his face, trying to breathe, to ground himself. It was all pressing down on him, the responsibility, the fear, the fallout. I just don't know what to do right now. Christine put a hand on his shoulder. You don't have to figure it all out today. But you can't act blind. The longer we wait, the worse it's gonna get. Camera then cuts to Aspyn, her hoodie sliding off her shoulders, showing her vulnerability. Every look she gave towards Kody was laced with guilt and fear. Sometimes the truth doesn't just knock. Crashes through the door like a freight train. Mary's eyes softened just a touch, realizing the tension was suffocating everyone. We need answers, Kody. Not just for us, but for her. And for the baby. Secrets don't protect anyone, they hurt everyone. Kody finally nodded, swallowing hard. Okay. We'll figure this out. Together. But we need the full truth, Aspyn. No more hiding. Aspyn nodded slowly, feeling the mix of relief and dread. The tension hadn't dissipated. It had shifted, like a volcano ready to erupt in another direction. Everyone knew in that moment that no one in this family would ever be the same once this secret completely came to light. In the Brown house, secrets aren't buried, they explode, leaving everyone to pick up the pieces. The camera pulled back, showing the three of them in the KitchenAid triangle of emotion. Fear, guilt, confusion, each processing the storm in their own way. Sighed, the wind rattled the windows, echoing the brewing chaos inside. Somewhere, hidden in the shadows, another truth waited to surface, ready to ignite the next wave of drama. The next morning, tension hung in the Brown house like a storm cloud ready to burst. Aspyn sat at the kitchen table, papers spread out, her phone buzzing nonstop, heart racing. Kody leaned against the counter, trying to process it all. Mary and Christine hovered nearby, their eyes sharp, arms crossed, waiting for the truth to hit. Aspyn cleared her throat. Okay. I guess it's time you guys know everything. Her voice trembled as if she was walking on a tightrope over a pit of fire. When the Brown family faces the truth, nothing ever stays the same. Christine leaned forward, squinting at the papers. Girl, what is all this? Mary snatched one sheet, scanning it fast. Her eyes went wide. DNA results? She whispered. Aspyn, what the hell? Aspyn swallowed hard. I didn't mean to hide it. I didn't know how to say it. But the DNA shows it's not exactly what we expected. Kody's eyebrows shot up. Not what we expected. You're gonna have to be more specific, girl. Christine's jaw dropped. You mean it's not Kody? The words hung heavy in the air. One test and everything the family thought they knew gets flipped upside down. Aspyn shook her head. I don't know how this happened. I didn't see it coming either. Her hands were shaking as she passed the paperwork to Kody. He took it slowly, scanning every line, every note, every number. His face went pale. Mary stepped closer, her voice low but deadly serious. This isn't just about the baby. This could change family dynamics forever. She looked to Kody. You gotta wrap your head around this. When secrets surface, the fallout isn't just emotional, it's explosive. Kody sank into a chair, holding on to the papers like they were a lifeline. I can't even, this doesn't make sense. I need to understand what we're looking at. He rubbed his eyes, running fingers through his hair. The weight of the revelation pressed down like concrete. Aspyn whispered, It's not your fault, none of it is. I didn't do this on purpose. But Kody couldn't rid himself of the confusion, the betrayal, the gnawing fear of what it all really meant for the family. Christine spoke up and broke the silence. Yo, this is wild, like family tree wild. Someone we thought was unrelated? Totally related. Or maybe the other way around. It's insane. One twist, and suddenly the Brown family's foundation feels shaky as hell. Mary shook her head. We need to handle this carefully. One wrong move and everything blows up. We're talking trust, loyalty, the whole house of cards. Kody finally looked up, eyes meeting Aspyn's. Okay. I need the full story, girl. No skipping details. Who's involved? How deep does this go? Aspyn's lips quivered. It's complicated, really complicated. But I'll tell you everything. I promise. Just don't freak out before you hear it all. Bold retention line. Sometimes the truth doesn't just knock, it slams in, leaving chaos in its wake. Camera pan to the papers on the table, charts, test results, scribbled notes. Close-ups captured the tension in every line, the magnitude of what had been uncovered. Side, the wind rattled the windows, echoing the storm raging inside. Every glance, every breath, every heartbeat was heavy with uncertainty. Kody rubbed his temples. If this is true, if it all checks out, things are gonna get messy. Real messy. Christine leaned back, shaking her head. Messy doesn't even cover it. This changes everything, not just for Aspyn, but for the whole crew. Mary exhaled quietly, her tone soft but insistent. We have been through secrets before. But this feels bigger. We can't ignore it, not even for a second. Bold retention line. When DNA reveals hidden truths, the Brown family learns that nothing stays buried forever. Aspyn looked at them, her eyes wide and trembling. I wanted to protect everyone. I didn't want this to hurt anybody. Kody's voice was softer now, but still held that tight edge. Aspyn, protecting us doesn't mean hiding the truth. You gotta tell it. All of it. Camera panned out, and the family was in the kitchen tight, conflicted, standing on the brink of chaos. Side, the shifting shadows in the wind foreshadowed that the fallout from this revelation was only just beginning. Somewhere, deep in the corners of the house, another secret waited to surface and fuel the next storm. Kitchen felt like a pressure cooker. Nobody spoke for a beat after the DNA revelation. Just the hum of the fridge and wind rattling the windows outside. Aspyn sat there, hands folded tight, eyes wide, trying to hold herself together. Kody ran both hands through his hair, pacing slowly. Every step echoed tension. Mary spoke first, breaking the silence. Yo, this is serious. You can't just brush this under the rug. Her tone was firm but tinged with worry. Christine leaned in, arms crossed, eyes scanning Aspyn like she was trying to read every thought. When the truth hits, it cuts deeper than anyone expects. Aspyn's voice cracked. I didn't mean for it to get this far. I just wanted to protect everyone. I didn't think it would explode like this. Tears welled up, sliding down her cheeks. Kody froze, staring at her, torn between anger and empathy. Some secrets don't just hurt, they ignite every fear, every doubt, every unspoken worry. Kody took a deep breath. Aspyn, protecting us means telling the truth, not hiding it. We can't fix what we don't know. His voice shook, low and raw, heavy with weight. Mary leaned in, hand on his shoulder, grounding him. We've got your back, Kody. But we need the full story. Now. Christine shook her head, frustration bubbling. This could have been avoided. All it takes is honesty, and suddenly the whole house doesn't feel like it's about to implode. One lie, one secret, and suddenly everything familiar feels like a stranger. Aspyn exhaled shakily, trying to find the words. It's not just the baby, it's everything surrounding it. The family connections, the DNA. I didn't see it coming. Her hands were shaking when she passed the paperwork to Kody again, proof of a storm that had silently brewed. Kody flipped through it slowly, eyes widening with every page. Damn, girl. This is heavy. Mary leaned in, her voice low but firm. It's more than heavy, Kody. It's explosive. And if we don't handle it with care, it's going to blow up in everybody's face. Emotions aren't just reactions, they're a wildfire, spreading fast and consuming everything in their path. Christine stepped back, shaking her head. This is the kind of stuff reality TV dreams of, but no one wants it happening in real life. Her lips quivered slightly as she tried to stay composed. Families break over less than this. Aspyn buried her face in her hands. I thought I was doing the right thing. I didn't want to hurt anyone. But I see now I might have made everything worse. Sometimes trying to protect people is what puts them in the most danger. Kody exhaled, staring at the ceiling like it held answers he didn't have. We'll get through this, but we gotta stick together. No more hiding. No more secrets. Mary nodded, glancing at Aspyn with a mixture of concern and sternness. Christine crossed her arms, silently agreeing. Camera zoomed in on Aspyn's shaking hands, the documents, and the tension crackling like static electricity in the air. Outside, the wind came alive, rattling the panes against their frames, echoing the maelstrom inside. Every heartbeat, every glance, every whispered word was magnified. When the Brown family cracks under the pressure, it isn't just tears that fall, it's trust, loyalty, and the illusion of normalcy. Aspyn finally raised her head. Her eyes were red, but her expression was set. I'll tell everything. I swear. No more hiding. Kody nodded slowly, still processing, as Mary and Christine exchanged worried glances. The fallout wasn't over. This storm had only just begun. Camera panned out to reveal the tense triangle in the kitchen. Shadows stretched on the walls, foreshadowing that the emotional fallout was far from complete. Somewhere, another revelation lay in wait, ready to ignite the next Brown household explosion. News didn't remain locked in the house for long. Word about Aspyn's secret and the shocking DNA results started to ripple through the family and community like wildfire. Texts, calls, and whispers flew faster than anybody could keep up with. Kody sat at the kitchen table with his head in his hands, feeling like the walls were closing in. Mary paced, scrolling her phone, her eyes widening at the messages. Yo, people are already talking. This isn't just us anymore. Christine leaned against the counter, smirking but worried. The Brown family drama is trending again, and it's only episode 9, girl. Wild. When secrets hit the streets, there's no rewind button, only chaos. Aspyn sat quietly, hoodie still up, feeling the pressure. Her closest friends were messaging her, asking questions she wasn't ready to answer. Every ping made her heart race. She finally looked over at Kody. I didn't think it'd blow up this fast. Once the truth leaves the house, it spreads like wildfire and everybody gets burned. Kody finally looked up, his voice low but tense. It's bigger than I thought, and it's not just our family. Neighbors, friends, even fans online, they're all watching. It's insane. Mary shook her head. And you know how people are online, opinions flying everywhere. This could get messy. Christine added, it's like living under a microscope. Every move, every word, every reaction, people are judging, dissecting, talking. Aspyn felt trapped, the walls of the Brown world shrinking around her. When family secrets meet public eyes, even small cracks become chasms. Camera cut to various reactions. Siblings whispering in the living room, neighbors looking with curiosity, and even on-screen chatter flashing on phones, opinions, rumors, memes. Everyone had a take, and the tension fed on itself. Mary sighed. I get it, people gossip, but this could break someone if it's not handled right. Christine nodded, tapping her phone. Yeah, the pressure's insane. But the thing is, it's real. And real doesn't care about anyone's comfort zone. The Brown family quickly learned that when secrets spill, no one stays untouched. Kody rubbed his temples, feeling like the weight of the house was on his shoulders. We gotta stay calm. Handle the family first, then the rest. One step at a time. Aspyn nodded, trying to gather courage. I can't control what everyone says, Kody. I can only control what I do. Bold retention line. Even the strongest families get tested when the world is watching. Tension stretched into the evening. Calls kept coming, texts kept pinging, and every glance felt loaded with judgment. Mary and Christine tried to shield Aspyn, deflecting questions and managing reactions. Kody, though overwhelmed, stayed by her side, trying to anchor the storm. When gossip meets family drama, even love and loyalty are pushed to the edge. Finally, a quiet moment. Aspyn looked at Kody and, with a trembling voice, firmly said, "I just thought I want everyone to know the truth in the right way." Kody nodded, rubbing her back. "We'll get through this, but it's gonna be messy. Real messy." Christine chimed in, smirking slightly despite the stress. "Welcome to Brown family chaos, girl. Buckle up." Mary just shook her head, a mix of frustration and care in her eyes. "It's just starting. The reactions, the fallout, it's gonna be wild." When the secrets of the Brown family hit the public, absolutely nothing, and I do mean nothing, remains the same anymore. Camera panned out to show the house at dusk. Shadows stretched long, tension crackling like static. Side neighbors whispered. Phones lit up, and somewhere online the drama was already trending. Inside, the family braced for the next wave. This wasn't over. Not by a long shot. Even as the family tried to process Aspyn's secret and the DNA shock, there was another layer of tension brewing. Kody sat on the couch, staring at the ceiling, feeling the walls closing in. Christine paced, her phone in hand, while Mary's eyes scanned every nook of the house, sensing something still unspoken. Aspyn shifted uneasily, hoodie still up, not quite making eye contact. "There's more," she whispered. The words had barely left her lips, but the effect was immediate. The room froze. Everyone waited, every heartbeat amplified. Sometimes one secret isn't enough to shake a family. The second one hits like a hammer. Mary's eyebrows furrowed. "More? Girl, what else are we hiding from?" Christine's eyes narrowed. "Don't even try to sugarcoat it, Aspyn." "Spill it now." Aspyn hesitated, her hands trembling. "It's not just the baby, there's someone else, someone connected to the family in ways we didn't know." She swallowed hard. "And I think it explains some things that have been weird for years. Well, the deeper you dig into the Brown family, the more buried skeletons you uncover." Kody leaned forward, eyes wide. "Wait, are you saying another secret? Another connection we didn't see coming?" His voice shook slightly, the weight of potential chaos pressing down. Aspyn nodded slowly. "Yeah, I didn't want to tell anybody because I wasn't sure if it was real. But now, with the DNA results, it all adds up. It could blow up everything we thought we knew about the family." Christine stepped closer, tension in her posture. "Girl, what do you mean adds up? Who is it? Who's involved?" Aspyn shook her head. "I can't say yet, but it's big. Real big. Bold retention line. Some truths are like dominoes. Knock one over and the rest follow fast and hard." Mary's face tensed up. "Okay, we've dealt with drama before, but this could break people. We gotta tread carefully." Kody rubbed his temples. "Careful or not, the truth is coming out. It always does." Aspyn looked down at the paperwork on the table. The DNA results mingled with scribbled notes. "I found messages, old photos, things that make it clear there's been stuff happening behind the scenes. Things people don't even know about. When hidden truths surface, the ground beneath the Brown family shifts in ways they never saw coming." Christine shook her head. "It's like opening Pandora's box. You think you're ready, but once it's open, there's no going back." Mary nodded slowly, sighing. "And the fallout? It's gonna hit everyone, Kody, Aspyn, the whole crew. We need to prepare." Kody finally spoke, voice low but firm. "Aspyn, if there's even a chance this affects the family, we need to know. Full transparency. No holding back." Aspyn's lips quivered. "I'll tell everything. I promise. It's complicated. Really complicated. And then one revelation leads to another until, before you can even say polygamy, the Brown family is caught in a storm of their own making. Camera panned and showed 3 adults in the kitchen, tension thick enough to slice through. Side, the rattling of wind against the window panes stretched shadows to hint at foreshadowing. Every glance, every word, every heartbeat signaled impending fallout. Aspyn took a deep breath, finally meeting Kody's gaze. I didn't want anyone to get hurt. But the truth. It's bigger than us. Kody nodded slowly, the storm inside him evident in every line of his face. Mary crossed her arms, exchanging a look with Christine, both realizing the night was just getting started. In the Brown house, hidden truths have a way of dragging everything into the light, whether you're ready or not. The camera pulled back, showing the family standing in tense silence, the papers on the table a silent warning. The next wave of secrets was ready to explode, and nothing would ever be the same again. The tension in the Brown house was thick enough to choke on. Kody sat at the kitchen table, staring blankly at the DNA results and paperwork, feeling like the ground had been ripped from under him. Mary and Christine paced nearby, each lost in their own storm of thoughts. Aspyn sat quietly, hoodie still pulled tight, trying to brace herself for the inevitable. When secrets collide with reality, confrontation is unavoidable. Mary finally broke the silence. Aspyn, we can't dance around this anymore. Tell us everything. No filter. No excuses. Christine leaned against the counter, her eyes locked on Aspyn. Yeah, girl. The time for holding back is over. Aspyn swallowed hard, hands shaking. Okay, here's the deal. It's not just about the baby. There's more, someone else connected with the family, and it's messy. Her voice wavered, but the truth was coming. Kody's eyes widened. Messy? Girl, I don't even know where to start. He rubbed his temples, pacing. I need the full story, no half-truths. One confrontation can ignite emotions that have been simmering for years. Aspyn looked between the 3 adults. I found messages, old photos, stuff that doesn't make sense unless you know the truth. And now with the DNA, it all points to something no one saw coming. Her voice started to crack. Tears began forming. Mary's eyebrows furrowed. You mean there's another secret we didn't even know about? Christine's mouth fell open. Girl, this is insane. Like family rewriting history insane. Sometimes the truth hits like a lightning strike, blinding, shocking, and impossible to ignore. Kody sank into the chair, clutching the table. Aspyn, if this is real, this can change everything. We gotta handle this carefully, but we also can't hide from it. Aspyn nodded slowly. I wanted to protect everyone. I didn't mean to make it worse. Mary drew closer, her voice firm but sympathetic. Protecting people isn't hiding the truth, girl. Secrets have a way of backfiring, and now it's coming out anyway. Christine added, yeah, the fallout's gonna be messy. We're talking trust, loyalty, the whole Brown vibe. Emotions explode fastest when truths are revealed, and tempers flare before clarity arrives. Kody rubbed his face, looking exhausted. We can't let this tear us apart, but damn, it's heavy. Real heavy. Aspyn's lips were trembling. I know. I just want to do the right thing, even if it hurts. Mary shook her head, her voice low. Right thing? Sometimes the right thing is saying it all, even if it burns. And this is one of those moments. Christine nodded, arms crossed. Brace yourselves, because once it's out, there's no going back. One truth spoken aloud unravels years of secrets in minutes. Aspyn exhaled shakily, her eyes finally meeting Kody's. I'm telling everything. No more hiding. Kody nodded, slowly trying to anchor himself amidst the chaos. Mary and Christine exchanged a look. The tension was still thick, but a hint of relief crept in. At least the truth was finally coming out. Sighed, the wind picked up and rattled the windows like a soundtrack to the storm inside. The camera panned back, showing the tense triangle in the kitchen. Papers were everywhere, phones buzzing, emotions raw. The Brown family had crossed the threshold. The confrontation was here, and the fallout was just beginning. In the Brown household, confrontation isn't the end. It's the spark that ignites the next storm. Night had fallen over the Brown house, but inside, the tension was as bright as any light. Kitchen was scattered, papers everywhere, DNA results, and crumpled notes. Aspyn slouched in a chair, hoodie still pulled tight, eyes red from tears, trying to breathe through the chaos she had unleashed. Kody leaned against the counter, jaw tight, his silence saying it all. Mary and Christine exchanged glances. After all the revelations, some storms weren't over. In the Brown house, one night of truth can feel like a lifetime. Aspyn's voice finally cut the silence. I told you everything I know, but there's still stuff I don't understand myself. She glanced down at the paperwork. I think there's someone else involved, someone we didn't even know was a part of the family. Kody's eyes went wide. Someone else? Girl, you are not serious, right? His voice shook in anger, fear, and confusion. Mary stepped forward, her voice low, cutting. Kody, don't even attempt to act calm. If it's another secret out there, it could mean everything. Each secret revealed is one step further into chaos. Christine shook her head, crossing her arms. This is nuts, like family rewrite level crazy. And we're only on episode 9. Imagine what's coming next. Aspyn buried her face in her hands. I thought I could handle it, but it's bigger than me. It's bigger than all of us. Kody rubbed his temples, pacing slowly. We gotta be smart about this, think about the family, the kids, everything. But damn, how do you even start fixing something this huge? When the secrets spill for the Brown family, even the strongest feel powerless. Mary's voice fell into a soft tone, an unfamiliar, gentle moment. We have weathered storms earlier. But this is like nothing else. We gotta stay united, even if it hurts. Christine nodded. Yeah. Stick together, even when the walls are falling. Aspyn looked up, eyes meeting Kody's. I don't know who to trust anymore. I feel like everything I thought I knew is gone. Kody's face softened slightly, though worry still etched deep lines across his forehead. We'll figure it out together. But the fallout isn't done. Not even close. In the Brown house, the truth is never simple. It's a spark waiting to ignite the next explosion. Suddenly, a phone came across the counter, buzzing loud. Aspyn gazed at it, then froze. Mary and Christine leaned in further, curiosity piqued. Kody grabbed it, reading the message, and turned pale. No, this can't be real. Bold retention line. Just when you think the storm has passed, another hit drops, out of nowhere. Camera focuses in on the screen. A name, cryptic message, and photo that hinted at a connection no one expected. The room freezes, hearts pounding. Tension was palpable, like a wire stretched too tight, ready to snap. Aspyn's whisper was barely audible. It's happening again. Something else is coming. Kody swallowed hard, his voice low. Brace yourselves. This isn't over. Sighed, the wind howled and rattled at the windows, seemingly echoing the chaos inside. The shadows shifted across the walls as if foreshadowing the next wave of drama. The Brown family stood in silence, knowing full well that this next episode would reveal more secrets, more lies, and more heartbreak. In the Brown house, the night always ends with one truth, and the next storm waiting to break. The screen fades to black, leaving the audience on edge, with hearts racing, desperate to see what episode 10 would bring. Sister Wives Season 20 Episode 9, Aspyn's Hidden Truth. Kody's family secret that shattered everything. Immediately following Episode 7, the Brown household was abuzz, but not in a good manner. Phones were blowing up, coffee cups clinking, and every corner thick with tension. Aspyn moved about like a ghost, hoodie pulled over, earbuds in, pretending everything was all cool, but her eyes gave her away. She was stressed as hell. Earlier, she had tried deleting texts, swiping through her phone like a pro, but one notification popped up and froze her. It wasn't just a ping, it was proof of the secret she'd been hiding. Secrets don't stay hidden in the Brown house. They claw their way out. Downstairs, Mary and Christine were sipping their coffee, playing it cool, but their eyes kept darting toward Aspyn's room. Mary elbowed Christine and whispered, "Girl, something's up with Aspyn, she's acting as hell." Christine smirked, knowing when the tea smelled hot, it was about to spill. Aspyn slid into the kitchen and tried to act casual. Her phone buzzed again. She froze. Mary saw it, just one glimpse of that bright notification, but it had already set her detective mode going. Casually, Mary leaned over. Her eyes went wide. No freaking way. One secret, and the whole Brown family could crash before the night is over. Aspyn slammed the phone down, forcing a fake smile. Christine noticed and asked, "Yo, you good?" Aspyn nodded, her hands shaking. Big time nervous. The kind of shaking that screams I'm hiding something major. Mary was never one to let drama slide and pulled Aspyn aside. "Aspyn, what's going on?" Her voice was calm, but her eyes cut sharp as knives. Aspyn's mouth opened, then closed, and she laughed nervously. "Nah, nothing, just tired," she stammered. When you lie to the Brown family, the truth bites back harder than a Texas heat wave. Christine jumped in, trying to lighten the tension, but her curiosity was lit. "Come on, girl, spill it. We're all friends here, right?" Aspyn's shoulders slumped. She knew the walls were closing in. Suddenly, a sound from the living room, a paper sliding across the table, got everyone's attention. Mary grabbed it like an eagle. A small bunch of hospital paperwork was partly concealed under a magazine. Her eyes widened as she saw dates, scribbles, everything pointing to something big. Sometimes the smallest slip is the biggest explosion waiting to happen. Aspyn tried to yank it back, but Mary was quicker. Christine leaned in. All it took was a glance for confirmation. Aspyn had been concealing a pregnancy. And possibly not just any pregnancy. Those documents hinted at paternity questions that could rock the family to its very core. Aspyn's face went pale. I can explain." Her voice cracked. Mary stepped closer, her tone low but cutting. "Aspyn, this isn't just about you. This affects all of us. You gotta tell the truth." Christine nodded. "Secrets in this house? They don't stay hidden. Spill it now before it explodes." One slip, one secret, and suddenly everyone's world tilts off its axis. The camera focused closely on Aspyn's quivering hands, the crumpled paperwork, and her troubled eyes darting between both women. Tension was stretched thick and heavy, almost visible. She knew it could be the fallout that destroys everything: trust, family, even Kody. Outside, a dog barked, a door slammed, and the quiet hum of the house shattered. Every step, every glance, every word magnified. Aspyn knew if she didn't spill the full truth now, the fallout would be catastrophic. When Brown family secrets surface, there's no turning back. Only fallout. Kody's phone buzzed, and in an instant the feeling in the house had changed. Something was wrong. He looked at the screen, his eyebrows furrowing as he felt the tension thick in the air. Walking into the living room, he spotted Aspyn sitting stiffly, her hoodie tight, and Mary and Christine standing close, eyes sharp as though they could cut glass. "Yo, what's going on?" Kody asked, keeping his voice casual, but the unease leaked into it. Aspyn dodged his gaze, fidgeting with her hoodie strings, playing it cool. When Brown family secrets hit the surface, even the strongest bonds start cracking. Mary leaned against the counter, calm but deadly serious. "Kody, you might want to sit down. This is serious." Christine folded her arms, that piercing look of hers fixed on him, the kind that says, "We know more than you think." Aspyn finally spoke up, voice trembling. I didn't mean for you to find out like this. But there's a lot you don't know." The words tumbled out of her, raw and messy. Kody ran a hand through his hair and started to pace. He wasn't angry yet, but confusion and concern wrestled on his face. "Aspyn, what are you talking about?" One revelation can turn even the calmest hearts into storms. Mary wasn't beating around the bush. "Girl's hiding a pregnancy, Kody." And it's not just that. There's DNA stuff, questions. Her voice was even, but what her eyes said was enough. Kody ceased pacing, his gaze darting between Aspyn and the two women. DNA? What do you mean? Christine jumped in, her voice rose slightly. It means, Kody, someone might not be who we think they are. Or maybe there's more family ties than anyone realized. It's insane. When doubts creep into the Brown family, trust becomes a fragile luxury. Kody leaned against the counter, exhaling slowly. His mind raced through every family moment, every hint he might have missed. I just don't know what to do right now. Christine put a hand on his shoulder. You don't have to figure it all out today. But you can't act blind. The longer we wait, the worse it's gonna get. One secret leads to another, and suddenly everyone's reality starts slipping. Aspyn whispered, her voice low and barely audible. They don't know. They have no idea. Footfalls came from downstairs. Someone was coming. The storm was going to hit. Tension filled the Brown household the following morning, like a storm cloud ready to burst. Aspyn sat at the table amidst a sea of papers. Her phone continually buzzed with texts and calls. Her heart raced incessantly. Kody leaned against the counter, seeking to make some sense of it all. Mary and Christine hovered close, eyes sharp, arms crossed, waiting for the truth to hit. Aspyn cleared her throat. Okay. I guess it's time you guys know everything. She said the words shakily, as though she was walking on a tightrope suspended over a pit of fire. When the Brown family faces the truth, nothing ever stays the same. Christine bent forward, peering at the papers. Girl, what is all this? Mary snatched one sheet, scanning it fast. Her eyes widened. DNA results? She whispered. Aspyn, what the hell? Aspyn swallowed hard. I didn't mean to hide it. I didn't know how to say it. But the DNA shows it's not exactly what we expected. Kody's eyebrows shot up. Not what we expected. You're gonna have to be more specific, girl. Christine's jaw dropped. You mean it's not Kody? The words hung heavy in the air. One test and everything the family thought they knew gets flipped upside down. Aspyn shook her head. I don't know how this happened. I didn't see it coming either. Her hands were shaking as she passed the paperwork to Kody. He took it slowly, scanning every line, every note, every number. His face went pale. Mary stepped closer, voice low but deadly serious. This isn't just about the baby. This could change family dynamics forever. She looked at Kody. You gotta wrap your head around this. When secrets surface, the fallout isn't just emotional, it's explosive. Kody leaned forward, his eyes wide. Wait, are you saying another secret? Another connection we didn't see coming? His voice shook slightly, the weight of potential chaos pressing down. Aspyn shifted nervously. There's more, she whispered. The words barely left her lips, but the effect was immediate. The room froze. Everyone waited, every heartbeat amplified. Sometimes one secret isn't enough to shake a family, the second one hits like a hammer. She swallowed hard. It's not just the baby, there's someone else, someone connected with the family in ways we didn't know. Christine stepped closer, tension in her posture. Girl, what do you mean adds up? Who is it? Who's involved? Aspyn shook her head. I can't say yet, but it's big. Real big. Some truths are like dominoes. Knock one over and the rest follow fast and hard. The Brown house had grown dark with night, but the tension within its walls was as bright as any light. Aspyn slumped in a chair, her hoodie still pulled tight, her eyes red from crying, breathing through the chaos she had just released. Kody leaned against the counter, jaw tight, reflecting silently on everything that had been said. Bold retention line. In the Brown house, one night of truth can feel like a lifetime. Suddenly, a phone buzzed very loudly on the counter. Aspyn glanced at it, then froze. Mary and Christine hunched forward, curiosities piqued. Kody grabbed it, reading the message, his face going white. No, this can't be real. Just when you think the storm has passed, another hit drops out of nowhere. Camera then zoomed in on the screen, showing a mysterious name, a cryptic message, and a photo that suggested the connection no one had expected. Everybody froze, hearts were pounding. Aspyn whispered, hardly audible, "It's happening again. Something else is coming." Kody swallowed hard, his voice was low. "Brace yourselves. It's not over." Outside, the wind was howling, rattling windows, echoing the chaos inside. The shadows shifted across the walls as if to foreshadow what the next wave of drama would bring. The Brown family stood in silence, knowing deep down that the next episode would expose more secrets, more lies, and more heartbreak. In the Brown house, the night always ends with one truth and the next storm waiting to break. The Brown house was quiet, but it had the feeling of the moment just before a hurricane strikes. Every corner seemed charged, every glance loaded with tension. Aspyn sat on the couch, hood on her head, hands shaking as she stared at her phone. Kody stood across the room, jaw tight, pacing, trying to process the avalanche of revelations. Mary and Christine hovered nearby, each ready to jump in but wary of making the first move. In the Brown house, silence is never peaceful, it's the heartbeat of a storm brewing. Aspyn finally looked up, her voice trembling. I told you most of it, but there's something I haven't shared yet. Something I only just discovered." Kody froze mid-step. Mary leaned in, eyes wide. Christine crossed her arms, suspicion etched across her face. One revelation can tip the scales, and in the Brown family, the scales are always ready to fall. Aspyn swallowed hard. "There's someone else connected to the baby, someone I didn't expect at all. And the DNA? It confirms it." Her voice cracked. "I didn't see it coming. Not even close." Kody's eyes widened, his hand holding tight to the counter for balance. "Wait, you mean another connection? Another family twist?" His voice shook, raw with fear and disbelief. When the truth hits, it doesn't just knock. It shakes the foundation of everything you know. Mary shook her head, voice low but firm. "Girl, you can't keep anything hidden now. We're in deep, and it's time the Brown family faced the full truth." Christine stepped closer to her, whispering with intensity, "Yeah, this is bigger than any drama we've ever seen. Brace yourself." Aspyn looked at Kody. I didn't know how to tell you, and now it's all out there." Her voice quivered, laced with fear, guilt, and desperation. Kody slowly blew out a breath, running his hand through his hair. "Aspyn, we have weathered storms before, but this might break everything. Sometimes the heaviest of truths are those that cannot be repaired in one night." Suddenly, a buzz from the kitchen counter drew everyone's attention. Another message, another photo, another twist waiting to explode. Kody picked up the phone and stared at its screen in silence. His face went pale. "No, this can't be real," he whispered. Mary leaned in, tension radiating. "What is it now?" Christine's eyes narrowed. "Girl, don't tell me it's more family chaos. When secrets stack up, one hit is never enough. There's always a second wave waiting." The message disclosed a figure shrouded in mystery and was tied in with the Brown family in ways nobody could have ever imagined. This photo insinuated hidden relationships and connections that had long been buried and were now rising to the surface. The only sounds in the room were the humming of the refrigerator and an occasional creak of the house settling. Aspyn's lips trembled. "It's happening again, something else is coming." "I didn't see it, Kody, none of us did." Kody exhaled slowly, voice low. "We brace ourselves because this isn't over. Not even close. In the Brown house, one storm ends and the next one is already on the horizon." Christine shook her head, both in disbelief and excitement. "Girl, episode 10? We're gonna need a hurricane warning for the Brown family." Mary gave a slight smirk but remained worried. "You think we've seen it all?" "Nah, we've just scratched the surface." Camera panned out, showing the talk quartet in the living room. papers scattered everywhere on the table, phones buzzing nonstop, faces etched with worry and determination. Outside, the wind howled, echoing the storm brewing inside. Shadows stretched long across the walls, foreshadowing the chaos yet to come. When the secrets of the Brown family collide, nothing remains the same and everything burns brighter than ever. Aspyn finally stood, taking a shaky breath. I promise the truth will come out. Everything. No more hiding. Kody nodded slowly, trying to anchor himself and the family. Mary and Christine exchanged glances, both knowing that the calm of tonight was temporary. Tomorrow, the fallout would hit like a tidal wave. Every secret told, every truth revealed is just another step closer to the next explosion. The screen fades to black. The message notification still glowing on the counter. A shadow moves in the background. A new figure. A new mystery. The Brown family's world is about to shift again. Episode 9 ends in the Brown house, but the storm is far from over. Episode 10 promises chaos, heartbreak, and secrets that will shatter everything.